Here's someone, you said, Lewis, we look at this and we say everybody just looked terrible. Not true. John Huntsman, okay? Huntsman actually went out there and said, the anti-climate change stuff is nonsense. Anti-evolution stuff is nonsense. As the Republican Party, we can't just be going out there and questioning all of these things that science, by an overwhelming, overpowering majority, has indicated are real. It is nonsense. He's completely right. He has absolutely no chance of winning.
And just by saying that, he's doing himself a disservice.
But he's being honest.
Yeah,
you know what?
Which is great.
If maybe he's not being honest. Maybe he thinks this will make him stand out. I believe he is being honest, and the guy has no chance of winning. He is almost on the fringe of the Republican Party.
I think if anyone is lying, it's probably the Rick Perrys.
You think actually Rick Perry probably does believe in evolution, but he's decided strategically it makes sense to question it and to say...
I think that's more likely than Huntsman lying about it.
It's just a theory that's out there.
Yeah.
So I actually, if from that debate I had to choose someone to vote for, and I know I'm going to get emails when I say this because there's a ton of stuff that I don't agree with Huntsman about, but look at who I'm picking between. I would pick Huntsman to vote for from that debate because he seems reasonable in the sense that he's saying, why are we going out there and denying these things that we know are real? Okay, and then last thing here. Here is a 45-second summary of what this Republican debate essentially was. Here's all the buzzwords. This is really all you need to know other than what I just told you.
Right to it tonight. A lot of issues to talk about.
Tax. Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Tax cut.
Ronald Reagan.
Tax Ronald Reagan. For Ronald Reagan. President Reagan. I'm with President Reagan.
Tax.
Reagan. Tax.
Ronald Reagan. Tax. Ronald Reagan. Tax increases and tax cuts.
Taxes. I didn't raise taxes. We had historic tax cuts.
Ronald Reagan in the Reagan tradition. The Ronald Reagan technique. Taxes.
Tax. No tax. I don't want to raise taxes. And taxes tax-free.
Tax break. President Reagan paid no taxes.
And so our questioning will have to come to an end.
All right, so thanks to BuzzFeed for that.
I counted 24 Reagans.
That Reagan is a big factor in these debates for sure. It's incredible. I don't know why. But he's
we've talked about that before. I mean,
but none of these candidates have anything to do with Reagan. That's the thing.
No, but if you say Reagan's name, people think you're a great American conservative, just like Reagan.
I guess so. Okay.
You want to be as much like Reagan as possible, even though you have nothing in common with Reagan.
And in many cases, Ronald Reagan was not conservative. Raising taxes. I mean, we've gone through the whole list. I don't want to go through. I know the audience knows this stuff.